Do you have trouble getting your dog engaged on walks, in new environments, or even just at home in the garden? One of the first main principles of engagement is movement is motivating. So having good movement, being fun, being exciting for your dog, makes your dog more motivated and more engaged to work with you and to train with you. So to start, when my dog's sniffing around, I go to run. As soon as they chase me, I mark yes and reward. So I've got to use movement in these early stages to get the dog interested in me, become interested and exciting and fun to the dog. And then the next step of this is that instead of moving to get the dog's attention, I make movement part of the reward. So I then stand still. When the dog engages with me, I mark yes, and then I move back and reward. So we're changing from moving to get the dog's attention to moving being part of the reward. You can already see in the first few minutes the difference of how engaged my dog is with me in a new environment just by practicing this game. We always want active dogs. I always talk about us wanting active dogs, so we want to get our dog interested in us so we move.
Yes. Good.
So you can see Lola's a bit disengaged. I've just got to be patient. The moment she comes back to me, bam, we mark yes, we start moving and we reward. And you can see how much more motivated she is to come back to me this time, because we're making it fun, exciting. Movement really gets your dog going. So the difference is now I'm not moving to get my dog's attention. I'm moving because I have my dog's attention. Okay, that's the transition we want to get to.
Yes.
So in a minute you'll see me get my other puppy out who's 11 weeks old. I'm going to show you the difference between the two dogs, because every dog is different. Every dog will need a different amount of movement to get motivated, get excited, get engaged with you. Okay, so Lola's a spaniel, very energetic, so sometimes I have to match that energy to become more exciting and more rewarding than the environment. So I'm moving very fast, very quick, long drawn out movements, whereas in a minute when you see me with Ralph, it's a lot shorter, it's a bit slower, but it's still moving. So every dog's different for the amount of movement. You just need to address it to your dog.
Yes. Yes.
It's very important that we also contrast our movement. Okay, if we're always moving, then it doesn't become a reward, it just becomes something that's always happening. That's why we have to stand still first, or sometimes get the attention and then we move. Movement becomes part of the reward. It's also really important how we deliver these rewards as well. So you see, sometimes I'm just running backwards, feeding from both hands. Other times I'm luring her into a heel position and then I'm going back and forth with the heel. Sometimes I'm downing, sometimes I'm putting her to a centre. All these different movements create great foundational work for our behaviours and positions, but it also keeps it fun and exciting for our dog.
Yes. Good job. Good job. Yes. Yes.
Keep these sessions short and sweet. Okay, 4 or 5 minutes, and that is plenty of time to work on good engagement with your dog. If you do one of my engagement sessions a day, whether it's a play, whether it's a one-way engagement, the movement, whichever session you want to do that works on engagement, you will really notice a difference within 3 or 4 days. I promise you that.
Yes.
So now I want you to see the difference between Ralph and Lola. Even though Ralph is a puppy, he has nowhere near the excitement and movement levels as Lola. So I personally don't have to move quite as much to still create that motivating factor. I only need to take a couple of steps back, a couple of steps forward, and Ralph is just as motivated as Lola is by doing a few less steps.
Yes.
But again, you can see Ralph's already a lot more engaged with me. Being a puppy, he looks up to me as his leader.
Yes.
So again, every eye contact, mark, move, reward. Engagement, engagement, engagement. I keep repeating myself because it's such an important factor. It's the foundation blocks that we build our relationship on, and the foundation blocks that we build all our dog training on.
Yes.
Is engagement. Now you can start doing obedience and the lead walking with okay engagement, but if that falls through, that is because of the building blocks. Okay, where if you've got solid building blocks, solid foundation engagement,
Yes.
the rest of dog training becomes very, very simple and very, very easy, because we have a dog that likes being around us, understands that good things happen when it's around us. So like I said, I recommend doing some sort of engagement session daily, whether it's play, whether it's hand feeding using these movement drills, or using one-way engagement, or
Yes.
whether it might be